Thank you, Mr. President. Sean Lito, President of the Merrillville Fraternal Order of Police, 7820 Broadway. Do you want my personal residence or my work address?
No, that's fine, John.
Okay.
Thank
Can
you.
you tell me about the town he lives in?
I'm sorry?
The town?
He's using the police department address, as we should for police officers. Go ahead, officer.
Ladies and gentlemen of the council, due to the offensive and emotional nature of the comments made by two of our Merrillville councilmen at the last council meeting, I'm accompanied here by State FOP Northwest Trustee Curtis Minchuk and FOP President Bill Owensby, who will be speaking on behalf of the Merrillville FOP. Mr. President.
Good evening. Thanks for having me. My name is William Owensby, and I'm the president of the Indiana Fraternal Order of Police, which represents about 13,000 members throughout the state. These are men and women who sacrifice much in the service of their communities, including their very lives. And as near as we can tell, I'm sure you're looking out over the room as we all are, there's at least nine communities represented here by these police officers tonight. No secret that the law enforcement profession has undergone intensive and arguably unfair scrutiny in the past few years. Yet today and tonight, and every day, thousands of men and women will put on their uniforms yet again and go out into their communities, this community, and ensure your safety. They need to know that you, your elected officials, have their back. On January 11th of 2022, during a Merrillville Town Council meeting, there was what I would describe as an incredibly rude and insulting comment made by one of your elected members. The discussion began by one of the council members, Leonard White, discussing the implementation of a license plate reader, or LPR, on a police vehicle. Now, for those of you that don't know what that is, aren't familiar with the LPR, it electronically reads license plates of vehicles as it passes by and alerts the officer if a plate is stolen, or more importantly, if the vehicle is stolen. Mr. White referred to this as harassment. Now, think of this. Your $50,000 vehicle, or your $1,000 vehicle, it doesn't matter, has been stolen, and one of your council members thinks it's harassment if your police department utilizes technology to recover it before it's stripped, burnt, or used in a crime.
I object to that characterization.
Mr. White, let's let him make his comment.
Well, he's not saying the truth. And I'm just not going to let him ride out there, and he doesn't know what he's talking about.
May I continue?
Yes, please.
That's not the most incredulous thing that happened during this meeting, however. During the ensuing discussion, another elected town council member, Don Spann, blurted out, "We hate cops," and referred to one of the council members who's on the council that is a police officer. He later excused it as a joke with no further explanation or apology. Now, this community, as you all know, has suffered the loss of one of its officers in recent years. The outpouring of support was amazing. I was here and I witnessed it. And I don't believe for a second that this community hates cops.
And neither do I.
May I continue?
Go ahead.
I don't believe this community hates cops, as this elected official has said. Remember, he represents you, the community. To be fair to Mr. Spann, I don't know who the "we" is that he's referring to when he said "we hate cops," and I can't speak to whether this was a poorly timed joke or not. But what I can speak to is that the comment was a slap in the face to 13,000 men and women. And when you make a comment to that degree, it demands a public apology and likely a resignation. Part of the oath that a council member takes to this council when being sworn in includes the language, quote, "and that I will faithfully, impartially, and diligently discharge the duties of the town council of town council member," unquote. I would submit to you that this oath has been violated.
2 minutes.
Thank you for this opportunity to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Ornstein.
Mr. President, may I respond?
Mr. White,
First of all, I appreciate you coming down here exercising your First Amendment rights, just like I have First Amendment rights. And I say this, and I've said it to many. You might not like what I say, but under the United States Constitution, I have a right to say it. And you and nobody else in here is going to tell this council person that he can't speak because you disagree with what he said. Secondly, I don't know if Mr. Paul Goddard is in here or not, but Mr. Paul Goddard is the one that put this out on Region News. And the way he structured it, he chopped and spliced and put all these things together and made it look like Councilman Spann and I hate the police. And I'm stupid enough to know that when you got a license plate reader, that I want criminals to get away. That don't make sense. I'm not talking to you. At the end of the day, I think you're wrong for that. I've always supported the FOP. I support the FOP in every single raise they got. I support the FOP with all the equipment they got. Now, I might not know, just like I could say some environmental things that you might not know, Mr. Alito. I just think you're wrong as a town employee to come in here and accuse and get everybody worked up about something that you know that man don't hate police, and you know I was not talking about criminals getting away and, you know, with the cars and stuff when you're riding down the street. I said what I said about civil warrants. So I'm saying, in a sense, you got all your guys here, and I just wonder, what do you want from this? What do you want from this? Because when you bring in this group of people here, it seems like you're trying to
I
intimidate.
think I can respond to that.
I'm not talking to you right now.
Oh, I'm talking now because you talk over people so wide.
Point of
I
order.
don't think one
Point
person
of
in this
order.
room has a problem with you talking and your right to talk. It's just that you talk incorrectly.
Well, I have a
maybe
right.
you should think before
a
you
right.
speak.
Do you know what the United States
Have a nice day.
Constitution is? That means those applause mean absolutely nothing. Do you know what the United States Constitution says? You don't have to like what I say, but I have a right to say it. That is protected speech. So if you don't know that, and the cops don't know that, then I don't know what to tell you.
There's a lot of people not knowing a lot of things in this room.
Well, that happens, Jeff.
A lot more on
Mosby,
your
did
side.
you have a response?
You put on blackface and talking about killed whitey.
He's out of
You
order.
know what I think
Sir,
it was?
sir, you're out of order, please. We're trying to,
He was out of order too.
well, he's one of the council members, so it's a little different, I believe. Go ahead, sir.
Mr. President, I'll respond once. I don't want to get to a big back and forth. That's not what this was about. Mr. White, I don't know what article you're referring to that's been chopped up. Just let me finish and I'll be happy to respond to you.
Okay.
I watched the video of the town council, and you specifically said that when a police car drives through the neighborhood and finds someone with a warrant and goes and knocks on their door, I'm paraphrasing, but the essence of the conversation is such, as I'm repeating, that knocks on the door to apprehend someone that has a warrant, that was harassment. That is the essence of what you said. So what I said was spot on. And the comment that I was referring to as the most incredulous comment was not yours. It was Mr. Spann's.
I understand that, but we were lumped together. According to the Indiana, what's that, the Region News? I could read you the correspondence.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I
Okay.
did not read the
The
article.
Region
I
News,
watched the
I'm
video.
trying to tell you, sir. The Region News, I said, Mr. Goodart, I don't appreciate your article slandering my name. You should have called me and asked for clarification and considered that your close friend on the council collaborated the edited version of the council meeting is slanderous to my reputation, and I demand that you take that big lie down. That's what I said to him. He's the one that's got you're posting that stuff on YouTube. So I'm just looking at what are you expecting from this, since you got a whole crew here.
I wasn't expecting any.
I'm not giving apologies.
I wasn't expecting anything from you, to be fair. You were just part of the discussion that led to the comment that we hate cops. And what we expect is an apology from Mr. Spann. That's what we expect. That's what anyone would expect if he said, we hate garbage workers. The garbage worker union president would be here saying the same thing. It's an affront to the profession. It's an affront to the men and women who will go out there and lay their lives on the line every night, including tonight. There's several of these officers that are leaving tonight to go on a task force.
I'm aware of that.
Okay? So they're willing to lay their lives on the line for people they don't even know. And to have someone say that, whether it was a joke or not, and I'm even giving him the benefit of the doubt. He did chuckle and say it was a joke, but there still should be an apology. He still should be on record as to what his feelings are about the law enforcement officers that he, as an elected official, protects and sees over in this community. That's what I expect. That's what these men and women expect. So we expect nothing from you other than to fulfill your oath. In our opinion, Mr. Spann did not fulfill his oath, and we expect an apology. Mr. President, I'll conclude my remarks. Thank you.
Officer Lito, was there any other comment from FOP members? Is that it?
No, I believe the statement on record is.
Okay. Mr. Spann, did you want to address the group at all?
Nope.
Okay.
Mr. President,
Mr. Wright?
I just want to. Hey, be nice here, okay? Be nice. You guys are supposed to be laying yourself down for us. I don't want to hear that. What I said to Mr. You didn't hear that from me.
Mr. White, you've got the floor. Please continue.
That's exactly right. The blackface and what's the Ku Klux Klan stuff. You want to talk to the councilman.
Ma'am,
No, this is out of order.
Well, these guys came here. They
Parliamentary.
yeah. Mr. White, finish your comment, please.
Okay, excuse me, Mr. Pearson. I told Mr. Paul Goodire, who was friends with most of you guys, I never said I hate the police or support felons. If you look at my Facebook page, you will see where I post wanted individual after wanted individual after wanted individual. That's what I do.
Ma'am,
No, this is out of order.
Well, these guys came here. They
Parliamentary.
yeah. Mr. White, finish your comment, please.
Okay, excuse me, Mr. Pearson. I told Mr. Paul Goodire, who was friends with most of you guys, I never said I hate the police or support felons. If you look at my Facebook page, you will see where I post wanted individual after wanted individual after wanted individual. That's what I do. We tried to make this police department a better police department because that's what the FOP asked us to do. Matter of fact, I thought I got the endorsement from the FOP. I guess they won't take that back. But I just want to let you know, I still say, Mr. President and FOP members, First Amendment rights. If I don't have those, then I don't have anything. If I don't have the 14th Amendment, I don't have anything. But I'm not intimidated by your presence. I just want to let you know I respect your rights. I respected your rights to come up here and speak, and I'm asking you to respect mine.